Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So this is an acreage I tore down this summer, and I got a bunch of video. I really didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I guess I'm just going to talk about, show you guys kind of how I do an acreage a little bit. It doesn't have everything, but I thought this all pretty interesting. So this is an acreage we've been farming around, and no one has lived in it for a while. It needed a lot of work, and the landlord decided it was finally at the point where it was too much of a liability to keep it. So, and the acres gained would be a lot better. So here's a drone photo of it. This was from about 4 years ago. There shows the spots I couldn't get planted in 2019 when it was so wet. But so there's 60 some trees to clear, and 2 rows of those are pine trees, which are my favorite. They got a very shallow root system, so they can easily be pushed over with that link belt 210. And we'll try to pile about 2 or 3 of those together. Then I just got that John Deere 624K this winter, and that's been a game changer for this operation. So previously we'd use like a D6 or a skid steer, something, push the trees to the hole, carry them there, something like that. This corn crib actually came down pretty nicely. I like to find those main beams in the building and just push on those to get the whole thing to fall down, instead of just pushing and smashing it down with the excavator or something. And I got my 2-year-old with me here. He's got his own little payloader there. He's just scooping and clamping and dumping, and he just loves riding in here. And later on, you'll see the other two running around. They're actually supposed to be picking up all the little sticks. See, they got their four-wheeler and wagon, and they're out picking up sticks, and they got their own little fire going. They're having a blast there too. A little later on, we brought the lunch pail with and got hot dogs, cooked some hot dogs over the fire and s'mores and everything. So also put an MDS as a 3.7 yard bucket with a grapple on it. And that 624 is rated to lift 25,000 pounds. And it can carry most of these trees with ease. I'd guess each bucket is about 4 or 5 skid loader loads. If you were to try and move that with a skid loader, you'd have to either break it up with the excavator or cut it with a chainsaw or something in order for that to happen. But this machine just picks them up and moves them mostly no problem. There's a few big ones the big cottonwoods that gave us some problem. But we'll try and pile 2 or 3 together of them pine trees. That works great. All the cedar trees in that second or third row, they've been dead for a long time now, and that was kind of going to be the original plan, was just to tear the dead part of the grove out, and didn't really think that would be very beneficial in the long run, so just added it to do the entire thing. But so some of those cottonwoods in the back were pretty big and put up a fight for both the machines, because that excavator's gotta dig the root ball out and get it to fall over. Some guys cut them off with a chainsaw, but I've never liked that method, so this is how I do it. And this right here is where I break a bolt. You can see that second tooth from the right. It's got 1-inch bolts in there, and when you put all that weight on one of them, they break. This is one of the bolts that broke on the grapple. You can see when I picked this tree up how it snapped there, and actually laid on the grapple, and this time when I got it out I saw it there, so I grabbed it. So this has been my dream for a while now, to get a big payloader like this with a grapple. And there's nobody around here that does this. I've never seen it before. We've always just used skid loader, bulldozer. That's what everybody around does. But I just wanted to get this payloader and be able to move things a lot more efficiently. I mean, that's the whole goal, is to just be efficient with everything. And I mean, carry as much as you can and get it done as quick as you can. The barn was quite a bit harder, as you can tell. I pushed on those main beams a couple times and broke the ends off. I didn't want to go to the other side. You can usually get 4 chances there, pushing it all 4 corners. I didn't want to hop over to the other side, but I kind of worked my way into the building and got back to a sturdy part of that main beam and pushed on there to get it to fall over. I like to kind of feed the fire, keep the fire going with all that dry wood from these buildings. And then, half of these trees were still alive, and I wanted to get like the cottonwoods and stuff in there burning good to get that wet wood burning. Get that burning good, throw some dry stuff on, then throw some more wet stuff, dry stuff, wet stuff, back and forth. That seems to be my method that works pretty good. So usually after we get trees piled up and there's a bunch of sticks and twigs and everything left on the ground, we'll run around with a skid steer with a grapple, collect them and pile them up, get it all cleaned up, and then come with a loader and pick those piles up, bring it to the burn pile. Well, that's gonna be the end of this one, guys. I'm obviously still pretty new to this, so give me some time to learn. But we're gonna really try and make a bunch more videos this year, guys. So like this video if you do, subscribe if you haven't. We'll see you on the next one.